And we're back. It's time for the Richard Fowler re-up, and she's taking a vacation, but she's back with us. Let's get to 365 from the Hill for my good friend Lauren. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you doing? It's great seeing you again.
Listen, I got to tell you, the fans missed you, Lauren. The fans missed you.
Oh, it's crazy. It's busy, the things that happen. I wish I could explain how crazy it gets. It's hard to explain.
So what is happening this week or on the Hill? What's at 365?
Well, I mean, obviously Congress is going to be going out for 5 weeks until September 9th. So they're rushing to get stuff done. The Republicans, I think, did another repeal of Obamacare. I know that's shocking to everybody.
This is time number 40. What is it? We have 40, 41,
exactly.
42?
And it's up to like $38 million of taxpayer money wasted on that. You did see, of course, the student loan deal that happened, and I've been paying particular attention to the Parent Plus loan situation as it pertains to historically black colleges and universities, but it's not just something that pertains to historically black colleges. There's 400,000 kids, black, white, everybody in there who are affected by, you know, that particular change. And the Congressional Black Caucus is demanding that the White House changed the creditworthiness standards to what they were before the change, and 400,000 kids were affected. So,
now, Lauren, before we go into the politics of this, for folks out there who are listening who don't understand, so what used to be the case was a lot of times because students by themselves are not credit worthy enough to pay for the whole entire tuition, so families or parents would take out loans. And these loans would be called Parent Plus loans. They'd be backed by the government, but they didn't require such a high threshold of credit worthiness, correct?
Right, and thanks for explaining all that. The credit worthiness threshold, apparently what happened was that the actual language is still the same, but they are more stringent in terms of their evaluation of the credit of people's parents. And so as a result of that, that sort of heightened degree of stringency, if that's such a word, 400,000 people who would have gone to school, students, young people who would have gone to school, were denied loans. And I don't know how you argue that you want to do this at a time when we're competing worldwide with everybody else. Everybody talks about how important education is, et cetera, and so on. We had a major economic downturn in this country, and then you make it harder for people to go to school. And the administration's argument, quite frankly, I think is very strange, which is we want to keep people from incurring a lot of debt. And of course that sounds cool at first, but you know, when people invest in their kids' education, they understand what they're getting into. You know, I mean, they understand that that loan has some risk to it. So I'm not really understanding why the administration's doing this.
And that's an interesting point. Like, why is the administration trying to do everything to sort of stick it to the middle class when it comes to getting a quality education, especially for African American and minority families who this might be their first generation of sending somebody to college?
Exactly right. And I think that it's frankly, I think because who's happy on the other end? Bankers. I mean, I think it's about banks when I think about it. It's some sort of corporate tie-in, because who would be happy that somebody didn't default or that they didn't have to take someone on that was a risky loan? Bankers. And I think, unfortunately, that's what it is. It's a money in politics moment, and it's, I think, a very unfortunate one.
Now, we've seen a lot of groups sort of question the cushy relationship between the U.S. Department of Education and Sallie Mae. We've seen the United Student Association question why this relationship was so cushy, and is the U.S. Department of Education for the students, or are they for Sallie Mae? And I think the CBC is asking the same question.
Yeah, pretty much. And I got to tell you, this is one of those issues that it's not just going to be about the Black Caucus or white this or black that. This is something that is universal. You're talking the middle class in America. You're talking white working class families. And, of course, you're talking black people. But what you're talking about is Americans trying to get their kids the education they need. And that's the ticket into the middle class and the upper middle class, and everybody understands that in this country, no matter who you are and what color you are. So this is really kind of a devastating issue, quite frankly.
It is. Now we have just a couple seconds left, but there's another bill that was introduced, and we're keeping the dream alive here on the show. I have my Keeping the Dream Alive shirt on. It's the American Dream special of the Fowler Show, I guess. There's a bill that was introduced to sort of, and if you can give it to us in 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds, a bill that was introduced to stop racial profiling after the Trayvon Martin or George Zimmerman decision.
Yeah, and basically it requires that federal cops don't racially profile, and it sets them up for training and certain grants from the Department of Justice to police forces that train, against and educating on racial profiling for their officers.
I love it. I think it's something that we've got to do, especially because we've got to find a way to fix this problem. We know that the Justice Department probably won't take up charges against George Zimmerman, but this is a step in the right direction.
Right, exactly right, exactly right.
Well, I got to tell you, I think we've got to make more steps in the right direction. Congress is on recess for the month, so all the hot air will now leave Washington. We'll still have Lauren here, and she'll keep us in tune of what's going on. Lauren, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate it. See you next week. Hey, Fowler Nation. Thanks to you, we have made our goal of 1,500 subscribers. You can check out our behind-the-scenes video in the description below this video. But now we need our next goal. We need to get to 2,000 subscribers, and we can't do it without your help. So do me a favor. Click that subscribe button, and when we get to 2,000 subscribers, we're going to release a very special video with the Fowler Nation mascot, Larry the Cat.